Hello, and thank you for joining me, taking the time out of your very busy schedules. I hope that there is something within this video that is a benefit to you or to somebody that you know. Please like, subscribe, share this video, leave a comment down below. I'll be more than happy to answer them. To start with, this video, I wanted to talk a bit about the erosion of America. The American melting pot is taking the best of and leaving the worst. Knowing that we are all humans, we are all men, we are all created equal, and aspiring to be better. Robert E. Lee, a man who was a top graduate at West Point, led the South, the Democrats, to many victories. He did not want to join the South, but he felt more it was an obligation to his home state of Virginia. Robert E. Lee had a very high amount of integrity and honor, and he felt it was honor bound to succeed and join the Army of the South with his home state of Virginia. His sense of honor was incredible. It's something for us all to aspire to. While seeing his flaws, we aspire to be better than our heroes. When we think about what he fought for, it means so much for so many of us. And if your first reaction when I say Robert E. Lee's name and slavery are in the same sentence, I ask you to check your thinking. Why so negative? So I say, if Christopher Columbus and your first thoughts are of him being bad, this is an example of taking that which is American and destroying it and tainting it. Here it is, the principle, and not the man himself, that is the celebration of the day. Now, we all know Christopher Columbus did not discover America, nor was he even the first European to visit the New World. The Vikings explorer Leif Erikson had sailed to Greenland and Newfoundland in the 11th century. However, his journey did kick off a century of exploration on the American continent. The Caribbean exchange transferred humans, animals, food, and diseases across cultures. Old World wheat became an American food staple. African coffee, Asian sugarcane became cash crops for Latin America, while the Americas foods like corn, tomatoes, and potatoes were introduced to the Old World. So I ask you, why so negative? He raised venture capital from the King and Queen of Spain, yes? Columbus did pay over 1/3 of the amount that he had raised to his expedition. He did repay his debt as well. Yeah, he was a bad person, but he did great things. And does it not inspire you to at least try and be better? Christian missionaries and anti-Muslim fervor, the power of Castile and Aragon, the fear of Portugal, the lust for gold, the desire for adventure, the hope of conquest, and Europe's genuine need for a reliable supply of herbs and spices for cooking, preserving, and medication all combined to produce an explosion of energy that launched the first voyage. Columbus had been present at the siege of Granada, which was the last Moorish stronghold to fall to Spain on January 2nd of 1942. 1492. He was in fact riding back from Grenada to La Bridida. Ooh, I'm gonna get yelled at for that one. When he was recalled to the Spanish court, and the vital royal audience. Grenada's fall had produced a euphoria among Spanish Christians and encouraged design of ultimate triumph over the Islamic world. Albeit chiefly, perhaps, by the back way around the globe. A direct assault eastward could prove difficult because the Ottoman Empire and other Islamic states in the region had been gaining strength at a pace that was threatening the Christian monarchies themselves. The Islamic power had effectively closed the land routes to the east and made the sea routes south from the Red Sea extremely hard to access. Admiral of the Sea, Christopher Columbus, also adapted a mode of sanctification and aristocratic leadership that made him many enemies. Moreover, Columbus had to be determined to take back both material and human cargo to his sovereign and for himself. This could be accomplished only if his sailors carried on looting, kidnapping, and other violent acts, especially in Hispaniola. So yes, there's a brief history. He wasn't a good man, we kind of know. You can go more into it. I'm saying, but that's the point. He also did the great explorations and led many great adventurers. So much like Joe Biden, who is the most popular president in American history, but a look into Hunter Biden's hard drive, the shared bank accounts with his son, laundering money, drone strikes on kids, spying on journalists. But give him time. He's only been in office for what? 8 months? So far, and Columbus made 4 journeys across the ocean. So come on. The point is, he was an American hero for us to aspire to be better than him. And this goes back to there is some concerns one could talk about slavery. You know, when he brought it to Spain, the Queen said, no, these are people are sovereigns of our nation. You must free them, sovereigns of Spain. And there you go. She refused them. So not everybody had to have them. Some people decided they needed them, like for some reason Columbus, when he didn't have them prior. Anyways, so I want to go on a little bit more, and I want to read something that was posted by Ronald Reagan, 40th President of the United States. He served from 1991 to 1989. And this is under Proclamation 4,700 or 4,873. It is specifically for Columbus Day. October 9th, 1981, by the President of the United States of America. A proclamation. Christopher Columbus, whose life and exploits we commemorate each October, is one of the true heroes of our nation's history. He is justly admired as a brilliant navigator, a fearless man of action, and a visionary who opened the eyes of an older world into an entirely new one. Above all, he personifies a view of the world that many see as quintessentially American. Not merely optimistic, but scornful of the very notion of despair. Nearly 5 centuries has passed since the fateful day in which Columbus changed the course of history, but his adventurous spirit lives on among us, challenging us to emulations and abiding us as we to press forward onto our journey of discovery. In tributes of the achievements of Columbus and the many sons and daughters of Italy who have helped to shape our lives and the destiny as a people, the Congress of the United States of America requested the President to proclaim the second Monday of October of each year as Columbus Day. Now, therefore, I, Ronald Reagan, President of the United States of America, do hereby designate Monday, October 12th, 1981, as Columbus Day, and I invite the people of the nation to observe the day in schools, churches, and other suitable places with appropriate ceremonies in his honor. As I direct the flag of the United States of America be displayed on all public buildings on the appointed day in memory of Christopher Columbus. In witness whereof I have hereto set my hand on this 9th day of October of the year of our Lord 1981, and of the independence of the United States of America the 206th. Signature of Ronald Reagan. There you go. Biden, and yes, I know, he's our president, declared that Columbus Day should be Indigenous People Day. He's replacing our American heroes, and he turned him into a what? A villain? Why wipe him from history? As for the Indigenous people thing, at what point do you become an Indigenous American then? On my father's side, I'm a second generation American. But I'm not considered indigenous to the United States or North America. If I go to any other country, I'm seen as an indigenous person of America. Okay, so stupidity aside, it is Biden's attempt to wipe out American history for some new kind of world order. I asked the question, why do people put up statues? If not to honor someone for their accomplishments and to give us something to aspire to, or someone to be better than. Well, George Floyd's statue definitely sets a low bar for the standard of what to live up to. So, much like Bush, when he lowered the bar for education, no child left behind, because we are lower than the standards. The erosion of the American ideas and the concepts and the culture. As Americans, our sense of freedom, our self-reliance, determination, the drive to be better or master ourselves, and not just better than ourselves but our community, the American drive, despite failure, that we can do with just a little more effort. That no failure when you try something and it fails means you have to start over, because experience gives you the ability to start off and become more successful the next time. What happened to the American spirit of do or die? The idea of being just 1% better than you were the day before. Pride. Pride is taken away, as they say, and we're all racist or some other kind of istrophobe for your beliefs. There's no form of redemption. So, Matthew 7:4. How can you say to your brother, let me take the speck out of your eye, while there is still a beam in your own? That's a lot of what's going on right now, is people are just canceling others, and there's no form of redemption in this weird thing that goes on. So, I'm a big supporter of no taxation without representation. Do you remember the Pace commercial, where the cowboys find out that the sauce is made in New York City? Why should the law be done to that same way too? Why are the federal laws overriding state laws right now? Damn, my state is blue. And not from, believe me, it's more from corruption and from our elected leaders. They don't teach economics in school anymore, or how the American government works. Like, there are 3 forms of government, and the executive branch does not have the authority to hand down mandates. Why are they pushing back the debt ceiling? This masks the stuff that they're doing, and it's just the beginning. And unfortunately, it's also showing that the mask is slipping. But a lot of it is to take away direct freedoms from us Americans. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. I'd like to hear what you have to say about it. But that's my opinion of what happened with this whole Columbus Day. Please like, subscribe, share this video. And as I said, leave a comment down below. Thank you very much. And I look forward to being able to talk to you again soon. Thank you. Have a beautiful day. There we go.